Oliver Cromwell stands as one of the most controversial figures in British history. He was a devout Puritan and a brilliant military strategist. Cromwell played a pivotal role in the English Civil War, leading parliamentarian forces to victory against the Royalists. His rise to power culminated in his appointment as Lord Protector of England, Scotland and Ireland in 1653. Cromwell's rule was marked by both significant achievements and brutal repression. He remains a subject of intense historical debate. This essay aims to explore the multifaceted legacy of Oliver Cromwell. It will delve into his early life, his political and military career, and his tumultuous reign as Lord Protector. By examining his achievements and controversies, we can better understand the complexities of this pivotal figure in British history. Cromwell's story is one of ambition, faith, and ultimately the struggle for power in a time of upheaval. Oliver Cromwell was born in 1599 into a gentry family in Huntingdon, England. His family held Puritan beliefs, which emphasized personal piety and a strict interpretation of the Bible. These beliefs would profoundly shape Cromwell's worldview and political outlook.
I received a good education, attending Huntingdon Grammar School and later Sydney Sussex College, Cambridge. Although I did not complete my degree, my time at Cambridge exposed me to radical Puritan ideas that challenged the authority of the Church of England.
After leaving university, Cromwell married Elizabeth Bourchier, the daughter of a wealthy London merchant. This marriage provided him with financial security and connections to influential Puritan circles in London. Cromwell experienced a period of personal and spiritual turmoil in his early adulthood. He suffered bouts of depression and underwent a religious conversion. This conversion deepened his Puritan faith and instilled in him a strong sense of purpose and destiny. In the 1620s, Cromwell became increasingly involved in local politics. He was elected to Parliament in 1628 as a member for Huntingdon. This was a time of growing tension between King Charles I and Parliament, primarily over issues of taxation and religious reform. I emerged as a vocal critic of the King's policies, particularly his attempts to impose high Anglican practices on the Church of England. The King's attempts to silence opposition fueled resentment and unrest throughout the country. In 1629, Charles I dissolved Parliament, marking the beginning of the 11 years of personal rule. During this period, Cromwell became increasingly disillusioned with the monarchy and convinced of the need for radical change. In 1642, tensions between the king and Parliament erupted into civil war. Cromwell, now a seasoned soldier from his experience in local militias, joined the parliamentarian army. He quickly distinguished himself as a skilled military leader known for his tactical acumen and his ability to inspire his troops. My deep Puritan faith imbued me with a sense of righteousness and conviction in battle. I believed I was fighting for God's cause, making me a formidable opponent on the battlefield. Cromwell rose through the ranks, proving himself in key battles like Marston Moor and Naseby. His decisive victories helped turn the tide of the war in favor of Parliament. Cromwell's success wasn't solely due to tactical brilliance. He understood the importance of morale and discipline. Section 5. Cromwell's Ironsides, a New Model Army. I recognized the shortcomings of our parliamentarian army, plagued by poor morale and a lack of discipline. We needed a change. Cromwell advocated for the creation of a new model army, a professional, disciplined force loyal to Parliament and committed to the Puritan cause. This new army, with its emphasis on meritocracy and religious zeal, became Cromwell's most powerful tool. Our new model army, often referred to as the Ironsides, proved to be a formidable fighting force. It played a decisive role in securing Parliament's victory in the First English Civil War. Cromwell's leadership and the effectiveness of the new model army laid the groundwork for his rise to political dominance. This marked a turning point in English history. Section 6. The Aftermath of War, a Nation Divided. The parliamentarian victory in the First Civil War did not bring an end to the conflict. England remained deeply divided. The defeated Royalists, supported by Scotland, rose again in the Second Civil War in 1648. Cromwell and his new model army played a crucial role in crushing these Royalist uprisings. However, the experience of war and the continued threat to Parliament's authority hardened Cromwell's resolve. Charles then posed too great a threat to the new order. I supported the King's trial and execution in 1649, a radical act that shocked many and ushered in a period of unprecedented change in English governance. Section 7. Lord Protector Cromwell's Forged Republic. Following the execution of Charles I, England became a republic known as the Commonwealth. As the leader of the victorious army and a prominent figure in Parliament, I emerged as the most powerful man in the nation. In 1653, after growing frustrated with the ineffectiveness of Parliament, Cromwell seized control in a coup d'etat. He dissolved the Rump Parliament and established the Protectorate, with himself as Lord Protector. This marked a significant shift in my role, transitioning from military leader to head of state. My assumption of this title reflected the complex and often contradictory nature of my rule. Cromwell's rise to the position of Lord Protector signified a new era in English history, one that would leave a lasting impact on the nation's governance and identity. Section 8. Cromwell's Reforms, a Mixed Legacy. As Lord Protector, I implemented a series of reforms aimed at stabilizing the country and promoting my Puritan vision. I enforced strict moral codes, banned theatres and other forms of entertainment I deemed frivolous, and promoted religious tolerance for Protestant denominations. His government also undertook ambitious legal and administrative reforms, centralizing power and attempting to create a more efficient and accountable system. In foreign policy, I pursued an aggressive and expansionist course. We waged successful wars against the Dutch and the Spanish, strengthening England's naval power and expanding its colonial possessions. This period saw the rise of England as a major European power, laying the foundation for its future imperial dominance. However, Cromwell's rule was not without its critics. Section 9. Tyranny or Necessity, the Protectorate's Controversies. While my supporters viewed me as a strong and decisive leader who brought stability to a nation torn apart by civil war, my detractors saw me as a tyrant who had destroyed the monarchy and trampled upon traditional liberties. His rule was marked by ongoing conflict, both at home and abroad. Cromwell faced numerous uprisings and rebellions, which he suppressed with brutal force. The Irish Rebellion of 1649 in particular was met with extreme cruelty, leaving a lasting legacy of bitterness and resentment. The massacre at Drogheda, where Cromwell's forces slaughtered thousands of Irish civilians and soldiers, remains a deeply controversial event in Anglo-Irish history. This event continues to fuel debate about Cromwell's legacy and his methods. Section 10. Death and Legacy, a Nation in Flux. I died in 1658, likely from malaria and other health complications. My death left a void in English politics. His son, Richard Cromwell, succeeded him as Lord Protector, but lacked his father's authority and political skills. The Protectorate crumbled, and in 1660 the monarchy was restored under Charles II. Despite the restoration of the monarchy, my impact on English history was profound and lasting. I had shattered the old order, challenged the divine right of kings, and left an indelible mark on the political landscape. His legacy continues to be debated and reinterpreted by historians today. Section 11. Conclusion, the enduring debate, hero or villain. Oliver Cromwell remains one of the most complex and controversial figures in British history. He was a man of deep religious conviction, a brilliant military strategist, and a ruthless politician. He was both a revolutionary who helped to overthrow a monarchy and a ruler who himself assumed near absolute power. His legacy is one of both progress and brutality, of religious freedom and persecution, of national unity and civil strife. To some, he is a hero who defended Parliament, championed religious liberty, and laid the foundations for modern Britain. To others, he is a villain who executed a king, established a dictatorship, and oversaw the brutal subjugation of Ireland. Ultimately, Oliver Cromwell's place in history is not easily categorized. He was a product of his time, a time of immense upheaval and transformation. His story serves as a reminder of the complexities of power, the enduring legacy of revolution, and the constant struggle to define a nation's identity.